Everyone, hoping you're having a great day. I'm going to put this on Facebook Live right now. It just takes a little time to get started. Next. But today, we're just going to talk about this one concept called the Rule of 72 and how it applies to your life and to the inner circle and everything. So as soon as we get the Facebook Live started, we'll just keep it moving. So hold on. It's getting started, almost there. All right. There we go. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. Today I just wanted to talk about the Rule of 72. So if you don't know about the Rule of 72, it's a financial concept or a finance concept. Basically, what you try to do is take the number 72 and divide it by your average rate of return. So let me go to the whiteboard and just show you how that works. All right. So like I said, today we're going to talk about the Rule of 72 and how it applies to your life. Like I said, it's you take the number 72 and you divide it by your average rate of return. So if your average rate of return is 2%, that means that what you have invested in there will double every 36 years. So if you have $10,000 invested in something that gives you a 2% return, it's going to double every 36 years, which is a long time. But if you're getting an average rate of return, let's say 8%, what is going to happen is your money is going to double every 9 years. So when it comes to things doubling in value, you either have them double every 36 years or every 9 years. And the obvious answer is, hey, I want them to double every 9 years, because you can have something double 4 times in the amount at getting 8% versus doubling every 2 years. And so this is an average. It's not like month to month or day to day or year to year. This idea is that this is what you're averaging over this certain time period. So it's not a perfect number, but this gives you an idea of like how often something is going to double. It's something that's, I think, is very, very powerful, that you can apply it to your life. So like I've been talking about when it comes to your inner circle, or like my whole coaching philosophy is based on this one John Wooden quote where he says, your outer circle success will never surpass your inner circle success. So if you want the outer circle success of your career, your money, and your relationships, you got to work on your inner circle first with your physical self, your mental self, your emotional self, and your spiritual self. And so when you don't invest any energy into yourself, you don't work out, you don't read, don't learn, you're not don't know the lessons to become emotionally strong, you don't know your goals, your ethics, and everything, I'm going to say that's like getting a rate of return of 2%. So like I said, that means you're doubling in value every 36 years. But if you're doing everything where you're reading, you're learning, you're staying in shape, so you have the energy to handle those tough tasks, you're sleeping the right amount, You know the 13 things that mentally strong people don't do, and you're not doing those things. You have your goals, you have your spiritual, everything. Let's just say if you're doing everything where your inner circle is an A or an A plus, it's just for hypothetical reasons. Let's just say you're getting an average rate of return of 9% on your human capital value. So that means your human capital value is going to double every 8 years. And so the younger you start, let's say you start at 25, this is where you're going to start in life. And let's just say this is just a hypothetical, doesn't really count for anything like hard. This is all hypothetical. But let's just say we have the two individuals. We have person A right here is getting a 2% return. And then we have person B who's getting a 9% return on their human capital as a person. And so let's just give it a monetary number. Let's just say both people start out at age 18 with a certain person. So like the person that's person B is they're constantly learning, they're constantly working out, get emotionally strong, don't let their ego sabotage them. They have their goals, they have their ethics and values. The person B doesn't have all those things in line. So if we start at, let's just say 18 for both folks, and they start at a baseline of, let's just say 1 and 1 right here. I'm just going to go a couple. So 36 plus 18, that is 56. That will double to 2. And then if you add another 36 to that, it's going to be about 92 for you to get to 4. And that's what your human capital is going to be worth at age 92 if you're getting a rate of return of 2% on your human capital. But let's just say you're learning, you're reading, you read your 36 books a year, you watch your YouTube videos on your career so you're better, you're writing papers on your field, you're working out 3 to 5 times a week, you're getting 7-8 hours of sleep a night, you're writing things you're grateful for, you don't resent other people's success, you don't feel like the world owes you anything. It's just going to help you get a higher rate of return because you're not going to let life slow you down. You'll be able to overcome obstacles. You have your goals written down. You have your ethics and values. You know who you want to be as a person, and you're being who you want to be as a person. And so person B is putting all this work into growing themselves as a person. So if they're averaging 9%, their human capital is doubling every 8 years. So as we can see, at 26, they will have 2, and then 34, it'd be 4, and then 42, it'd be 8, and then 50, it'd be 16. At 58, it would be 32. 64, it would be 64. And then 72 would be 128. And then 80 will be 256. And then at 88, it will be 512. And then if you go to 96, that will be 1,024. So as you can see, the person who invests into themselves a lot more, just using this concept, I think it really applies to ourselves as for our human capital, like our ability to solve problems, our ability to creative things by like constantly work on yourself and putting time and energy into growing yourself as an individual. You're going to be more closer to this B scenario right over here than the person that's over here as A. So I know for myself, I'd rather be right here in terms of human capital. But like if I'm at 92 and I'm at 4 and I'm going against somebody that has 512, like they're gonna have a lot better life. And like I said, like if your inner circle is a D, then that means you're gonna have D relationships, D career, D finances, and everything. And like I don't want that for myself. So like understanding this concept right here makes me want to put at least an hour every single day into growing myself as a person, because I know like the more I do it, the more I have the ability to compound. And to be 92 and at 4 versus 34 at 4, that's a huge difference. That's 58 years that I'm already ahead of that other person. So the idea is that you got to put time and energy into growing yourself as a person, and just having a process, having a plan to do so. This doesn't take very long. Usually I use this book right here, my journal right here. It's called 1% Better Every Day. It's a daily journal where you put in your growth activities, like what am I grateful for? Did I exercise today? What did I learn from reading? Did I meditate today? The uncomfortable thing I did today. What is the 1 to 2 important things that I need to accomplish for the day? And what are my 5 new ideas for the day? So by doing all those growth activities, I'm really just shooting for a higher rate of return for myself. Yeah, I've read over 200 books, listened to over 5,000 hours of podcast episodes, constantly learning, but also applying those lessons to my real life, like the meditating. That's really helpful for slowing things down so I don't get overwhelmed. Just writing 3 things I'm grateful for just really helps me just be grateful that things are happening in my life without being overwhelmed by life, because a lot of bad things are going to happen in my day. Like things might not go as well, but there's still a lot of great things that are happening in my day. And just being like grateful for coffee or for shoes or sandals or a bed just makes life more simple, and just you're focusing on the right things in life. And yeah, that's just the key thing, is that the best investment that you can make for yourself, the best investment that you can make is in yourself, which is a quote by Warren Buffett. Like the more you learn, the more you earn. Just constantly learning, just know those best lessons that handle life, and you'll be good. Yeah, you by being person B over here versus A, when a problem comes your way, you're going to make it a 5-minute problem. You're not going to make it a year-long problem or a decade-long problem, because person B knows how to solve problems. They have the financial resources, they have the human capital, and they have the social capital to reach out to folks to help them have 5-minute problems. We're all going to have problems, but the idea is that in life, you want to make them 5-minute problems. And just having the right mindset, having the physical health to handle those problems, you're just going to live a good life. Like you should be challenged in life, you should grow. And the idea is that, in order to handle those life challenges, you just need to invest in yourself. And that's what Grow with Joe is all about, is just how can I invest in myself so I can get a better future. And I focus a lot on myself, because as a kid I was overweight. I'm son of an immigrant, 2 blue-collar workers, and I was able to go in the Marines, be a White House intern, worked at the Pentagon as a federal employee, worked as a financial advisor at my last firm, and just do all these things because I put a lot of energy into growing myself as a person. And sometimes you have to do like external trainings, like I did improv classes, went to a public speaking conference, took a storytelling class. Just more tools in my toolbox to handle life. Like if the only tool in your toolbox or shed is a chainsaw, and you have to get a nail out of a wall, you're really going to make a mess. So you really need to have different tools to help you handle different problems. Yeah, and if like that Pavlov's hammer situation where if the only tool in your toolbox is a hammer, then every problem is going to look like a nail. So we don't want that scenario. And the idea is that we just need to work on ourselves every single day. But I was hoping this concept right here, the rule of 72, would just give you an idea by like, if you work on yourself, like as you can see, from 18 to 34, you might not see that much difference, but as you get in your older and older, that's when you can really start seeing a difference in your life. So if you're at 32 while everyone else is at like 3, you're just going to be much better off because you're able to handle life. Yeah, life is going to be hard, and you just have to have the right mindset, right physical shape to handle it. And yeah, I hope I can't stress this enough, but like you just got to invest in yourself. Take 1 hour a day. When is the last time that you spent time working on yourself? You read, you worked out, you listened to podcasts, went to some trainings, you took time to write in a journal. You're able to handle the conflict that's happening in your life. Yeah, once you do that, you're just going to have a higher rate of return, internal rate of return for yourself, and be more like person B than person A. And that's basically the key in life, I see. Just work on yourself, get a higher rate of return, and you're going to be better off. And if you have any questions, like I said in the previous Facebook Lives, just you can email me at info@growwithjoe. I do a workshop called your Inner Circle Bootcamp that we figure out a way to help you go from good to great with your inner circle by helping you work on those 4 cornerstones. If you want to hear like all my philosophies and strategies to how to improve your inner circle, you can just read my book right here, More You Know, More You Grow, How to Get Better Every Day. Just gives you over 35 different lessons on how to improve yourself in those 4 cornerstones. And you can get that book for free. All you have to do is just go to growwithjoe.me. What is it? Yeah, just go to growwithjoe.me/book and get your free copy. All you have to do is just pay for shipping and handling right there, and we'll ship a copy right off to you. You could also check out my website, growwithjoe.me, if you want some more information about what I do and everything. And yeah, I hope this was valuable to you. And I guess the main takeaway is that you have to invest in yourself so you can get a higher internal rate of return for yourself, so you can be more valuable down the road. And what's another thing that, yeah, if you want more in life, you're going to have to be more in life. And so if you want those better career, better relationships, better personal finances, you got to be more as a person. The way you be more as a person is you start investing in yourself. So hope you enjoyed this Facebook Live. And yeah, reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook right here. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this, and enjoy the rest of your day, and invest in yourself. Continue to grow.